selection is expected to begin today in the case against two former Vanderbilt football players accused of raping a student. Our Cuthbert Langley at the courthouse in downtown Nashville this morning, and today comes after several attempts to delay this trial.
It does, Amy. Even on Friday, there were several attempts to try to delay this trial, including trying to get the judge to recuse himself, saying the jury needs to be sequestered. All of those motions were denied, so jury selection will begin today. And while we aren't expecting any testimony, it's sure to begin the start of what could be a very long trial. Here are the ins and the outs of this case. It basically centers on two people, Brandon Vandenberg and Corey Beatty. Both were part of Vandy's football team. Back during June 2013, that's when they were accused of raping a college student there in one of the dormitories. Now, two other football players are also involved in this as well, but this trial will only be focusing on Vandenberg and Beatty. As I said, in recent weeks, there's been a lot of debate about the specifics of this trial, including that attempt to get the judge to step down, and also even a motion to try to get separate trials for Vandenberg and Beatty. But that motion was denied, along with another motion to try to get the interview that Vandenberg had with police shortly after the alleged rape thrown out. But again, that was denied too. So everything starts at 9 o'clock today. And the other two football players involved in this case, we have yet to hear anything about a trial date for them. And there's talk that a deal actually may be cut so that they will avoid even having a trial to begin with. So much to learn in this case, sure to be one that's going to go on now for quite some time. We'll have all the latest beginning at 9 o'clock today. But for now, we're live here in downtown Nashville this morning. Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
We've been following this story, of course, since the very beginning, and we'll be in the courtroom every day until a verdict comes down. Our coverage begins during Morning Line at 8 o'clock over on the Plus today. Then stay tuned throughout the day for continuing coverage, both on air and online on newschannel5.com. And this just into the newsroom. A mother is charged after her 3-year-old was found wandering alone on Dickerson Road. A witness spotted the child wearing a jacket and no shirt near the River Chase Apartments. The mother, Drusilla Johnson, was getting her hair cut. She said an 8-year-old cousin was supposed to be watching the toddler. Police say it was 40 degrees outside at the time. This is not the first time this has happened. Johnson was already facing a similar charge. The child has been placed with his grandmother. The community of Cadiz, Kentucky said its final goodbyes to a well-known family killed in a bizarre quadruple murder. Lindsey Champion, his wife Joy, and their daughter Emily were found dead alongside the body of Vito Riservato. At first, Riservato was named by Kentucky State Police as the killer, but they now say he was set up by the real killer, Ryan Champion, the son of Lindsey and Joy. He's charged in the deaths of all four. And hundreds attended a memorial service for the Champion family, who were well known in Trigg County.
That's one good thing about Trigg County, is we've always pulled together when times have gotten tough and worked together to get through it.
Ryan Champion initially claimed that he was able to turn the tables on Riservato. That story fell apart, however, when Kentucky State Police charged Champion with those 4 counts of capital murder. It's unclear what relationship Riservato had with Champion. And a Moore County couple is in jail, accused of killing their newborn. A grand jury indicted Blaine and Carrie Roper on murder charges. Authorities began investigating the couple in September after getting a tip about the unreported death of their baby. Police say that child was born in August, but the Ropers kept the pregnancy hidden from the family. The child's remains were later found in a fire pit and ditch. The Ropers are each being held on $1 million bonds.
Amy, a fire at a local elementary school playground is now an arson investigation. It happened at the Jack Anderson Elementary School up in Hendersonville around 9:30 yesterday morning. Firefighters arrived to find the rubber mulch underneath the playground equipment on fire, as well as a bench and some playground equipment. Investigators say that blaze is suspicious. They're now taking a good look at this surveillance video. Part of the playground will be shut down today as the crews continue their cleanup. And a fire destroyed a home in northeast Nashville Saturday night on Bessie Avenue near Weekly Avenue. Someone was inside at the time, but they made it out all right. Firefighters believe a candle may have started that blaze. 3 people are recovering after an accident at a high school over the weekend as well. This happened at Shelbyville Central High around 10:30 Saturday morning. Crews were there putting up a new field house on the football field area when it collapsed. Got a picture here. Shelbyville police said that the trusses and a south wall gave way. Take a look at that photo there. This is the collapsed building. 3 employees went to the hospital. No one was life-flighted, though, so not that terribly serious. No word yet on the extent of their injuries.
Right now, police are trying to track down the man who robbed a gas station in South Nashville. We're told that a masked man walked into the MAPCO on Murfreesboro Pike around 1 yesterday morning. He pointed a gun at the clerk and demanded money. After grabbing the cash, he ran off. Police dogs searched the area but didn't find anything. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers at 74-CRIME. Police also hope you can help them identify a couple of thieves who stole from a popular barbecue restaurant in the Gulch. It happened at the Peg Leg Porker just before 7 Saturday morning. Surveillance video shows 2 men driving up in a truck. They loaded a large glass cooler from the parking lot before driving off. If you have any information, call police.
Metro schools simply cannot find enough substitute teachers to cover for the absent teachers this year. A News Channel 5 investigation discovered hundreds of Metro classrooms just last week with no teacher and no sub. It forced other teachers and principals even to basically babysit the kids.
For the student that day, they're basically, no teaching is directly happening, so no learning is happening.
Today on News Channel 5 at 5, hear how Metro plans to fix that problem and why it's happening. Don't miss the investigation today on News Channel 5 at 5 o'clock.